Hello, my friends. Okay, we're at part 4 of this embellishment, the final frontier. Time to do the hair, and yeah. So, my plan, I don't think I want black hair. I'm going to have a dark brown, though. So I've mixed my brown with phthalo blue and burnt sienna, mostly burnt sienna, a touch of phthalo blue, and I've came up with this dark, rich brown color. And then I added some yellow oxide to come up with a little lighter tone, and then a little white, I think, or maybe more Indian oxide, or yellow oxide, excuse me, and then white to come up with this lighter color, and more yellow oxide. So I have 4 values of brown, and I'm going to just block in. I think I'll do this. The top of her head's going to be pretty dark, and maybe we'll kind of lighten it as it comes down here, like she has, highlights over there. So I'm going to begin by just blocking in shapes of where I see the darkest would be. So I'm not painting, hairs, just shapes. And kind of in the direction the hair would grow is always best. Either direction. I mean, it would grow this way, but since I'm left-handed, I can come up this way with it. And give her a part in the middle there. Okay, I'm going to go to my next lighter color and overlap. And a bit lighter. Should have saved some skin tone. Actually, what I should have done was added some of that skin tone right up into her part there. Now I'll just try my lightest highlight color and see if that's close enough to. Yeah. Okay, my lightest, I'm just going to kind of use the side of my brush and stroke in some highlight. That medium tone gets a little lighter near her face. I don't want a harsh line there, so I'm going to use my finger and just tap that ever so slightly. Okay, now that part of her hair, I think I'll put a flower on there too, so we'll leave a little space for that. So I'm going into the into the darkest. I'm going to add where I would see some shadow would be right closest to her side of her face and her neck there. You can kind of reshape the face if necessary, kind of negative painting. Now I'll go a little bit lighter, lighter, lighter. Well, that's not lighter. It actually is, but over here I was, my paint was very thin. And now the lightest. I might mix up something even lighter than that. I'm just giving it the impression of kind of curls here. Not painting individual hairs. Just want shapes, indication. So you know it's hair by looking at it, but it's not, you know, real. Let me go ahead and mix. Take my little skinny brush and add some white. Did I have white? Yeah, I have a little white here. To that lightest tone, and just add some real fine little highlight areas. They're not individual hairs, but they're areas. Kind of in a curly fashion. Okay. I need more darks. That's too medium tone. I'm sorry, I'm not making a lot of sense. My description, just watch what I'm doing. All right, oh, I forgot to mix some, my pinks are dried, of course, from the other day, but I want to do a flower in her hair, so let me pause a moment, quickly mix up some pinks, and we'll do a flower. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry, I should have shown you how I mixed the paint, because it's fast, and I'm sorry I didn't. I used some white and, some kind of magenta, violet, I think it was, and made a dark tone, took some of that down here, add a little more white, took some of that down here, and added a bit more white to get 3 tones, very much like the skin tone, the way I do those. So anyway, and then while I was at it, I made up some skin tone because I want her scalp to look a little better, so I'm just gonna, there's a little bit of white showing through. I'm going to touch that up and even run that up into her hair. Just a suggestion. Kind of tapping it in into the hair that I painted so I don't have a harsh line, and it just will look a little more natural. I don't know if you can tell, if you can even notice what I did, but up close I can see it's better. Okay, I need to add a little suggestion of an ear over here. She's looking down, so it's going to be way up high here, just indication. Maybe a little bit of white. Could add an earring on there if I really wanted to fancy her up. Okay, that's all I'm doing. I might come back, maybe we'll add a little bit of a curl to her hair there. It's windy again today. The door to my room here is squeaking. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, let's just add a little bit of a curl there to disguise and add a little bit of interest there. Okay, now the flower. I'm going to go to a little flat brush. And I'm going to start with the medium tone and just block in the shape of the flower. Kind of a round shape there, of course. Now I'll go into my darkest. That doesn't look that much darker. And I'm going to dip into my brown and darken that up a little bit. And do kind of a center of a flower and darken what would be the bowl. Now, just a few little light colored strokes to indicate petals, and we'll be done. Maybe a bit lighter even. All right. Now, I think what I'll do, I need to mix up some good skin tones, and that's basically it. But I'm going to go back off camera, and I'm going to add a little bit of shading here on her hand. Thank you. Yeah, would you close it? Thank you. Add a little bit of shading where the cuff would be casting a shadow on her hand. Just touch that up a little bit. I'm going to fix her face. I'm not real happy with it. I'm going to add, maybe pink up her cheeks a little bit and restructure. There's something wrong over here with the shape. I need to fix that right there. Yeah, just look at it overall and see if there's bits and pieces I might improve. I will do that and then add it on to the end of the video. It's something I like to take my time with, and then I'll explain what I did. It's too hard for me to just think on off the cuff. All right, I'll see you in a bit. Okay, folks, well, I think I'm done. I shaded in her added a little shading to her hand here. Fixed the side of her face that I felt was misshapen by just adding more hair, and I'm happy with that now. I'll bring your way in. I'm holding the phone. I think this eye is a little high. It should be down a little lower, but I'm not going to fix it. I think her hair looks decent. And overall, if you just look at her as a whole, I think it's quite pretty. I just love the colors of this pour. I'll have to watch the video and see what I did. But yeah, I think she came up pretty nice. So I may be doing some more. And if I do, I don't know that I'll do this again. This 4-part thing. Not that many people have been watching it, so but those of you who have been very, very complimentary, very supportive, and I do appreciate that. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now.